Welcome to Champagne Gainz, the podcast where we pop the cork on the world of fitness competitions, lifestyle, and everything in between. I'm your co-host, Beckyn Mickelson, nutrition coach, personal trainer, and NPC bikini competitor.
And I'm Kiki McClellan, IFBB pro bikini athlete and coach. Together, we'll be guiding you through the ins and outs of what it takes to shine on the stage and life, while keeping it real and having a little fun along the way.
From prepping for the big day to enjoying the post-show treats, we're going to cover it all. We'll also be talking about food, fitness, and how to balance this unique lifestyle with our everyday lives.
Plus, we'll be inviting some special guests to join us on the show, fellow competitors, coaches, and others in the industry who can share their wisdom and stories with us.
And of course, we'll be getting personal and sharing our own experiences, successes, and struggles as we train and compete in this exciting world of fitness competitions.
So grab your favorite glass of bubbly and let's get ready to dive into today's episode of Champagne Gainz. What's going on, guys? Coach Kiki
and Coach Beckyn back for another episode of Champagne Gainz.
We are coming to you live in February, which is wild.
Oh my God, it's February.
I can't believe it is February. But today we're going to kind of talk to you about, what could be holding you back from your potential in reaching your goals, both in, the bodybuilding sense, nutrition, or I guess just like life in general.
Physical and mental.
Yeah. And Kiki the athlete, Kiki the human.
Right. Yes. Back in the athlete, back in the human.
Yes.
I just let other people dictate what I do with my life, I guess.
Yeah. I think if all else fails.
Puppet strings.
Yeah.
God
Dude,
damn it.
No more puppet strings.
No.
That's why I did a review video for end of January, which is kind of weird. It was just like me talking to my camera at my desk for 17 minutes long. I was like, this is just like a video diary, but you know what? It's gonna be great. I just was talking about me feeling like I'm I'm my own person and I'm making decisions, and it's cool. So no puppet strings around here.
Hell no. I love it.
I'm the driver of
your diary. Yes, you are the driver of your own life. Yeah. That's the main takeaway from this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I think people try to just they allow so many things to get in their own way.
1000%. It's all you. You are what you allow will continue.
Mm-hmm.
That's great advice for me.
Yeah. I was literally just talking to someone and they were like, is this okay if I do this? And I was like, well, why did you switch from what you were doing? He's like, oh, well, just time and it's really hard for me to get up in the morning. And I'm like, all right, well, you just decided that, then all right.
Yeah, if you tell yourself that, I guess.
Yeah, then that's your life, dude.
Yes, you do need to figure out what works best with your lifestyle, but there are things like that that's okay, is that true?
Yeah.
Really true.
What for the actual truth, or are you just telling yourself that that's what's true?
Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the things for, I guess, fitness goals in general. People don't see it as a lifestyle thing. You have to make it so that you enjoy it and that you feel people don't know what it feels like to feel good, because it's not a lifestyle thing, because they try all of these, they have this idea that they have to do something so crazy to get the results that they want, 75 hard or up tibia, stuff like that. And that's just not realistic. So honestly, well, we talked about this last week, but setting those realistic expectations for yourself and making sure that it is something that you can do and that you enjoy.
Yeah. Dude, so I think a lot, I was talking to, I always talk to my clients about all this in-depth stuff, Like, I think you and I both as coaches were more than just a, here's your meal plan, here's your macros, here's your
Yeah.
training, like have fun. And it's like, what actually are you doing that's like holding you back? Like, I wish I could just be a fly on the wall or just like walk beside them for 24 hours and see what they're doing, see what like, and this is just in regards to like their actual protocols.
Mhm.
Like, what are you actually doing with your time, with your life? How are you actually weighing that? Like,
Right.
are you making sure you get in your water? Like, what are you doing to make sure you are reaching your goals? Like,
Yeah.
yes, you can have like, Ben can tell me to drink a gallon of water every day. Okay, bet.
You don't
Oh,
have to
maybe
do
I
that.
drank a gallon of water. No, if you don't like know, then you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like tracking, it's annoying, but it is necessary.
Mhm. Yeah. There was somebody that posted something on Instagram, and it was like that 4 weeks to the beach or
Mhm.
something. He had 2 bowls of oatmeal, and he was like, he's like, which one is the 40 grams of oatmeal? It's like, one I eyeballed, one I actually weighed. And it's like he ended up like weighing them, and they were like obviously like completely different. So the one that
Yeah.
he eyeballed was probably like 60 or 70 grams or something.
Right.
And so it's like, what, like that is just like probably like number one, like things that are holding you back from your reaching your goals is like not executing the protocols.
Mm. Yeah, you're not actually giving it your all.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's people and humans just in general do like, we have these habits that are just subconscious. We don't really think about it, that we just kind of like do. And
Mhm.
you really have to like stop yourself and really evaluate what the fuck you're doing with your like day-to-day life, to realize like what could be going on. You
Yeah.
know, whether that's like, oh, like oopsies, not weighing the coffee creamer, or like I know moms in like will like eat off the kid's plate and it's just like
Mhm.
second nature.
Right.
And so it's like those are just like subconscious things that you just kind of like do and go throughout your day without even thinking about it. That's really just like you like holding you back from like
Yeah.
getting your like weight loss goals, if that's like your goal.
Yeah, because those things add up. And but also like the little things that you can do add up as well in a better way.
Mhm.
Um, what's also holding back potentially is like your significant other or your environment in general. And like the people you're surrounding yourself with, like need to know about your goals and support them.
Yeah, I think your environment is huge,
That's
huge.
like one of the biggest things.
Yeah, and
100%.
it's like it could be the environment with like the people that you're living with, or the people that you surround yourself with, like you said, or just like your overall environment. So like, do you have like snacks in the cabinet that you're not allowed to have? Do you have a bunch of alcohol around? Like, do you have a really poor like, I don't know, like sleeping environment? You know,
Hmm.
there's just like so many things that can like go into your environment that's like holding you back.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I mean, I've been very fortunate with my like years of competing that I was I dictated a lot of my environment and set
Mhm.
myself up for, you know, the success that I've had. So it is kind of like interesting and kind of I don't want to say scary, but I'm definitely, I don't know the right word, but like when I start prep again, it's going to be a bit concerning for me,
Oh my
because
God. Hmm.
like, yes, I live like by myself now, which is cool. I can literally do whatever the F I want, but like I'm also now only living a mile away from my parents, and they don't understand a single thing really about what I'm doing or why. And it's like, I've been through this enough that it's like, I know just I'm bringing, obviously bringing my food everywhere, but it's just like, I'm very concerned about like having other people come into my environment and screwing up like my mojo. So it's like right now, like any friend that comes in, I have to like right off the bat, like you have to set boundaries and tell him or her like, this is what I like, this is who I am, like I'm Kiki the bodybuilder, you can accept it or not.
Right.
um,
Right.
but like when I flip the switch to go into prep, it's gonna be it's gonna be different. And just kind of like giving them the heads up of like, yo, like we can't go out on a, Sunday afternoon to watch like sports and drink beer. Like I won't be able to do that anymore.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
just
I
like
have
telling
got
them.
a taste of that myself. It is really weird, like explaining to someone new, because same thing when I started, like I was already married, like when I started competing, like I fucking ran that shit, like this is what I'm doing. Um, and then like when you start dating someone else, it's like, yeah, I'm really weird. So you're gonna have to like, either like accept it or not, but like it's not normal.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you just have to have those conversations with the people in your life, whether they are new, or if like you've been in this established relationship or family or friends, and you are starting like a new venture or wanting to get into this, whether if it's just like lifestyle, which is totally cool, or
Mhm.
competing, like you have to let them know like what's about to happen and
Right.
like because they can get in your way without you even like realizing it. And you don't want to like for me, like I don't want to feel bad that I like can't do this or oh, I have to go do an hour of cardio or like I'm at the gym for 2.5 hours. Like, I mean, that's just me because I like be there for
Well,
hours.
yeah, that and like I have to practice posing. I need to stretch. Like those are the things that are very easy to be like, I don't have to do this today. Like I want to go hang out. Like, no,
Yeah.
you
So I
still.
think just kind of just establishing those boundaries for yourself and like letting people know like what your goals are. Um,
Mhm.
that is, a good thing to do so they don't get in so you don't get in your own way.
Right, right. Um, Drinking. So this could like two ways. Drinking like obviously stalls fat loss for a minute. But also I was listening to Ed Milet and Andy Frisella on a podcast yesterday, and they were like talking about like food and drinks like having control over you. Like they're like so many people allow that to happen. Like they're like, we love food, we like going out to eat, we like drinking. Like they're like that, let it piss you off. Like, why does this have control over me? Like it shouldn't. Like you should be able to go out and not drink or not eat. Like you
Yeah.
like you don't always have to do things.
Like, does it suck? Kind of sometimes, but
Yeah.
if you tell yourself it sucks, like it's going to suck. But it's really not hard nowadays to go out to eat and like ask for what you want,
Right.
and get what you want that aligns with your goals.
Mhm.
Take B-dubs, for example. If you're going to go to B-dubs watching the Super Bowl, I think this will probably be released right after the Super Bowl. But uh, do you need the boneless wings? No, you can literally get plain grilled plain grilled chicken.
Yeah.
And you know what else they also have there? They have celery and carrots. So like you can have a like meal out and get yourself a Diet Coke
Mhm.
and you'll be perfectly fine. Like,
Yeah.
just man up and like, big fucking deal if you can't have what you want all the time. Like,
Hmm. Choose
boo.
wisely. Like this is obviously like uh it's not extreme, but it is like you no, you don't need to go out every fucking night of the week and have margaritas and chips and salsa as much as we would like to do that. Like, like dial it back. That's like that's another way, like obviously we dealt with this. Like my ex always wanted to go out to fucking eat. And no, like you don't, I don't need to do that. Even in my off season, I had this Snapchat memory come up the other day, and it was me. I had chicken and rice out in the back country, and this is deep in my off season. Like I had it like when I was snowmobiling. It was out on the mountains. Like there was not a day that I didn't hit my fucking macros.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it, people just, you get yourself in your own way. And it's
Yes.
like, even if you're like, how, like, you can navigate through so many things that like you you shouldn't hold yourself back from what you can, like, your potential. Like, you can make the decision, take the extra 5 minutes to get that meal together, or look up the menu to see where you're going,
Right.
or do all of these, like, and it shouldn't be annoying for you. Like, if it's annoying, then like you should probably just find a different goal, honestly. Like, if you're
Mhm.
not trying to better yourself and you're like, it just doesn't come like to you overnight. Like, these big goals that you have, like, if it comes easy to you, then like, is it really like,
Right. You should, I mean, feel a sense of accomplishment. Like also it gets easier when you do start seeing like the results that you want and you start feeling better like physically and mentally and realizing like you can do this. I was listening to another podcast from Jen Gottlieb and she was talking about like there's a part of your brain that actually grows when you like prove to yourself that you can do like hard things. So like
Mhm.
while in the moment, like going to a restaurant and just getting a Diet Coke, it's like, dang, this like, you might be thinking the whole time, like, should I get a drink? Should I not? When you leave there and you wake up the next morning and you like, wow, I did that. Like, that feels good.
It feels so good.
It feels good to not have caved, like, so we're so used to just caving and giving in. And
Yeah. Danielle was talking about this. She was like, I had a client come up to me and she's like, you know what? If I like see a brownie, I just want to eat it and I'm just gonna eat it and I don't want to feel bad about it. And it's like, okay, but like, do you really have to have a brownie on a Tuesday?
right, exactly. Especially like make it rewarding, if you're gonna have a brownie, like go all week. See if you can go 3 days without having a brownie.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, you can also reward yourself with other things than food. I don't know if anybody knew that.
Rise.
Really, really innovative solutions this morning.
Go go to Marshall's, or
Good, hell
if
yeah.
instead of like going and getting food, or going to the bakery, even though this is probably bad for me because like I'm gonna reward myself right now because I can't I can't have something.
Yes,
Like, instead of spending that $5 or whatever, take yourself $5, go into Marshall's, get yourself a pair of fake
little
nails,
treat.
you know, find something you want.
Yeah, dude. And that's also like there's seasons for everything. You're in
Mhm.
your off season right now, so you can go to the bakery on leg day. And like if you're like trying to reach some fitness goals, for instance, like the less amount of time you have to be in a calorie deficit, the better. So like get
Yeah.
it done, like hammer it down, fucking commit to it, and then reverse diet out of it and keep your results. Like
Yeah, like, do you want to just continue to push along this thing, like, going so slow where it's like, "Oh, well, I had a miss up here," and it's like, "Okay, well, then add another couple days onto
Right.
your deficit, and then it's gonna be the middle of summer, you're gonna be miserable because you're
Mhm.
so burnt out from all this that one day you're gonna wake up and say, 'Fuck it,' and then just throw everything in the trash,"
Yes,
instead of just being, like, quick and dirty, you know?
exactly.
Um, obviously we don't need to go, like, super quick, but,
Right.
like, be productive in your deficit,
Mhm. In
to
your decisions.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think another thing that people, that's holding them back is just, like, their overall mindset.
mhm. Yes. Um, I think I had written down like the like you're not okay mentally. Like you have confidence issues, you compare yourself to other people. Like, don't, sorry, you might have been going a different way. Yes. But like, don't, like, if someone says, I want to look like you, like, no, you should want to look like you.
Yeah. Yeah, like, my girls sometimes it's like, "Oh, well," I'm like, "Please tell me a picture, like, give me a picture of what you wanna look like." And it's like, if you're that's great to, like, look towards something, but also, like, you have to understand that the everybody is so different,
Mhm.
and everybody's lifestyle is different. Everyone had different trajectory to get to where they are now, and, like, just because you don't look like this person, it's like, "Yo, you've only been doing this for, a couple months." Like,
Yeah.
you have to give yourself some grace
Mhm.
and, like, don't, like, let your mind take over and be like, "Oh, well, I'm not worthy of this," or all this other stuff, and then,
Right.
that just spirals you down a whole other rabbit hole where then you're just, like, ho-humming everything, and you're like, "Oh my god, I hate my life," and then you get depressed, and then you never reach your goals.
Exactly. Like, just like getting into that shitty mindset of, oh, I fell off one day, so I'm gonna just quit. Like, that's so insanely common. It's unreal.
Mhm. And also, like, girls who are in prep, if you are comparing yourself to other competitors, it's like you are the one that's literally researching Instagram. Who's doing this show?
Right.
Or why can't I look like this person?
Yeah.
That person probably, like, maybe she has been competing for 6+ years now. And maybe
Mhm.
she was a Division 1 athlete, you
Right.
know, so, like, you are literally like, your mindset, especially when you get closer to your show, when you're getting leaner, your mind's gonna play tricks on you. So don't allow yourself to go down those rabbit holes of saying, "Oh, I'm not good." Like, you literally have to have blinders on and literally just think of yourself, and that's it. Like, that's the selfish part of bodybuilding is, like, I
Mhm.
think people think that bodybuilding is selfish because, um, we like I mean, it is, but it's like my idea of being selfish is like you have to pay attention to you and only you because there's so many other things in the environment and other people that compare yourself that's literally going to cause you so much, like, stress,
The
and
stress. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
going to, stop you from reaching your goals.
Mhm. Yeah. What is comparison is the thief of joy. And that goes for like everything in life, like taking it away from the fitness aspect, like, okay, Kiki has more clients than me. Like, does that mean that I suck? No, like
Cool.
we don't compare like whatever you want to do with what someone else is doing, or like your version of success can be 1,000% different than someone else's version of success. And that is okay. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
my last one, this is like very weird, so I have to explain it, but it's like the people fear success actually for themselves. Like we always think we feel fear failure, but it's the unknown, essentially, because once you achieve that success, like that's the unknown, like you've never been there before, so then what happens, you know? And people don't like to not know things.
That's why people,
I don't like to not know things.
that's why so many people just kind of like wake up every day and live their lives just as
Mhm.
normal, just like normal, which I guess it's okay, but like, yeah, change is scary, and like not knowing like what that success may feel like, that's really scary.
Yeah.
Like if like we're trying to grow our business, it's like, dude, like it could definitely hold us back from being like,
Mhm.
okay, you know what, it's fine. I'll just stay right here with the amount of clients that I have and just continue doing what I'm doing. But
Right.
then it, because it's easy, it's like you're content.
Mhm. Yeah. And if you actually are content with that, fine. But like, don't let it, like the fear of being better hold you back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I, I think that's, as you're going for, your pro card, like in the future, I'm going for hopefully a potential spot at the Olympia. Like it could be very easy for us to just be like, you know what, like it's so scary. I don't think I'm ever going to do it. I'm just going to stop. And then
Mhm.
then why? Why? Like,
Right.
why can't you like just continue trying and pushing yourself to be better? And then when it happens, it happens.
Mhm. Exactly. Like, don't give up. Never give up, never what?
Motivational speaking this morning.
Yes. It's good for me today.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
Keep fighting.
I have a rest day today, so I'm gonna give you
Hmm.
all of my power.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I hope this was helpful. If I don't really want to recap because
I
you
don't know. Yeah.
you don't need a summary. You can just re-listen to
Yeah.
it if you want to do the points. But like there's just understand that there are so many things that could be potentially holding you back, whether it's just in your protocols or, in environment and mindset and
Yeah,
everything. So,
life
but
in general.
don't let that happen for yourself.
No. Be the best version of you.
Yes.
More motivational quotes.
That's one of my favorite quotes is wake up like every day being like be the best Beckyn that you can be every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wake up and say to myself every morning.
Yeah. Yes. Affirmation.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, another episode of Champagne Gains. You can find me.
Cheers. Oh,
Uh,
thank
yeah,
you, Motto.
sorry. We need to practice this, guys.
Oh
You
my
can find
God.
me on Instagram at keekerslaugh_IFBB Pro.
And you can find me on Instagram at Beckyn_Bikini. Give us a 5-star rating and review. Let us
Cheers.
know if you have any questions. And with that,
Yes.
cheers.
Cheers.
God.